Hey everybody, it's Alan, and I hope you're doing well. It's January 26th, and that is the birthday of one Mr. Edward Van Halen. So we're doing two videos in celebration of the great man's life, and this particular video is the Sammy Hagar era Van Halen video. We've already done the David Lee Roth video. This is the Sammy video, and I think if I were to point something out in this, it's listen to how Eddie's rhythm guitar playing has evolved from the earliest years of the first album with songs like Ain't Talking About Love and On Fire into what we're going to be listening to now, which is the song Inside. And then we're going to follow that up with the song Sucker in a Three-Piece.
Man, what kind of crap is this?
I don't know. I thought it was really going to be different this time than it is.
I don't know, man, we're dying.
Hey, you got a point there. This is not right.
You actually got 3 points there.
All right, hey, where do you get that clothes? Out of your closet? Yeah, you mean my wife's closet.
J.C. Benny, man. J.C. Benny.
No, we got
it's got a groove. It's got a real groove. And the more you start to listen to Eddie's rhythm guitar playing, the more you realize it's just an extension of so much that he does in the guitar solo stuff. There's always a little hook there. There's always a little nuance there that if you just could isolate it and listen to it all on its own, it's almost like just an extension. It's like a 3.5 minute long guitar solo or a 5 minute long guitar solo or whatever it is. And the band is just really putting a killer rhythm behind it. And I know that's really dumbing it down and simplifying what I mean to be saying, but it's just that his rhythm guitar playing got more and more and more and more and more intricate as he got older, to the point where his rhythm playing was every bit, if not even more impressive than just his soloing. That's what I think anyway. All right, here we go with Sucker in a 3-piece.
should I go ahead and suck it all up? Right down to the last drop.
Definitely didn't hear that on the radio. It's just, Eddie and the band always had the ability to really groove when they wanted to. Always had the ability to really groove. Now, I know the argument of the David Lee Roth versus Sammy Hagar aspect of things, and my perspective on it is very simple. Sammy is a far, far, far better singer, and David is one hellacious frontman. So as an entertainer, Dave probably, I would have to say, has the scales tipped towards him. Sammy definitely has the vocal chops. His vocal range is very wide. He's on key. He's really very talented. And so I think, truth be told, if you could combine the two of them, God, that would have been absolutely magic. But you can't. So it's pointless to even think about it, I guess. With that said, I like both eras of Van Halen just as much as one another. If I had to tip the scales, yeah, I would probably still tip the scales towards the David Lee Roth era. But that's probably, in my opinion, more so to do with the sound being a little bit more raw, a little bit more, kind of edgy, whereas the Sammy Hagar era, they had built 5150 studios. They had that to work with, so they had all the recording time and all the tools and tricks that they wanted right at their fingertips. And they weren't having to go to a place like Sunset Sound or the Record Factory or anything like that to do the recording. So, in those instances with albums like, Van Halen 2 and Women and Children First and Fair Warning and Van Halen 1, you were paying recording time in a studio that you didn't own to put stuff down. So you were under pressure to produce. And meanwhile, after they built Eddie's studio 5150 at his house, they had the ability to take as much time as they wanted to in the recording process, and therefore produce and compose parts together that may be a little bit more intricate than what they would have done in the earlier days. So there's definitely a difference in sound, but to me, the difference in sound isn't as much about the vocalists as it is in the songs and albums' production qualities. And so, that's just my thoughts. Again, happy birthday to Eddie Van Halen, man. You were an absolute guitar god, and certainly an inspiration to countless numbers of guitar players over the years. Again, whether they could play like you or tried to play like you or didn't, which I never really could, so I didn't. Yeah, I can dabble in finger tapping and harmonics and tremolo bar work, but I don't pretend to be an Eddie clone, not even remotely close. But it still doesn't mean I wasn't inspired by Eddie over the years, his playing. And actually, as I've developed into more of a bluesy rock guitar player, there's still that aspect of Eddie that's inside of me too. Because in the long run, you have to think, he was inspired by many guitar players, but two of them were Eric Clapton and Alan Holdsworth. And when you start talking about those two influences, widely varying in influence styles, you kind of get an idea of just exactly how unique a guitar player Eddie was. And, you can tell a lot about a musician by who they listen to. You can, once you realize who an artist actually listens to, then you can actually start to hear those little nuggets in there from these different artists that make up the person that you're listening to, if that makes any sense. We're all an amalgamation of our influences after all. So that said, like I said, happy birthday to Eddie. I hope you all enjoyed this. Please feel free to leave a comment in the comment section below. We can talk about it further. Just know that I truly appreciate you all, and I wish you well. Take care.